Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Hain Shipkowski, but you can call me Tony. This is my video introduction for EDFN 545.50b with Dr. Hanich. My current full-time job is primarily as an 8th grade mathematics teacher at Lebanon Middle School in Lebanon, PA. I teach 3 8th grade mathematics classes that focus on pre-algebra and algebra concepts. I also have one class of 7th graders. Our 8th graders at LMS all have an iPad to enhance instruction and delivery. We primarily use Schoology and PowerSchool/PowerTeacher to facilitate learning and to report and record grades. During instruction, I follow a hybrid system where after I meet with my full class giving the basics, I will work with 3 smaller groups to better accommodate misunderstandings, reteach, reevaluate, evaluate, or enhance the topic. Prior to working at LMS, I have had various long-term positions in very different school districts throughout the central PA area. I've taught a lot of students from a lot of different socioeconomic backgrounds. Most recently, before starting at Lebanon, I was a long-term sub at Hamburg Middle School teaching 8th grade Earth and Space Science. I have 2 teaching certificates. My original degree was elementary ed K through 6, but then my certificates are also middle-level math 7th through 9th, and then 4th through 8th science with middle-level concentration. Prior to working at Hamburg, I worked other long-term and day-to-day positions at various different schools, like I said, throughout the central PA area. Before working now full-time at Lebanon on my 3rd year, I was there as a long-term sub 5 years ago for a woman that I work with now, which was pretty cool to be able to work with her now. Another position that I hold near and dear to my heart is my summer job as a level 2 instructor at Milton Hershey School in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I work now, this is my 1st year coming up as a level 2 instructor, but I've been a level 1 instructor for the past 5 years, with a combination of a little bit of level 2 as well. At the program that we do in the summer, it's called YRE, Year-Round Experience or Year-Round Education. The idea of the camp is that for the students that aren't able to go home, because all students do live on campus. For those that can't go home for whatever reason, they do this experience program where we do a lot of fun activities. We go to a lot of day trips to different places throughout the local central PA area, which has been a lot of fun, and it helps a lot of kids that come from backgrounds that don't have the best role models or the best situations in their lives, which I really love to do. I look forward to that every summer. And like I said, this year I'm a level 2, which means I get to plan some of the activities and to lead some of the activities, which I love to do that as well, especially with a teaching background. Excuse me. My hobbies and interests, not necessarily in this order, are soccer, swimming, and my family. My wife Alicia and I were married about 4 years ago. Coming up this April will be 4 years for us. And we have a 1.5-year-old daughter named Valerie. You can see her up here in this picture right here. And these were from back in our family pictures in October, where my wife told me that we were expecting baby number 2, which is coming up. She's coming in about 2 months, a little less than 2 months. In fact, I think the last week of classes is when our due date is, which is exciting, but at the same time nerve-wracking because we'll have 2 under 2 for 2 months. So number 2 is lucky for us, I guess. We also have a dog named Minnie. She's actually sitting right next to me right now. And we actually we put in a bid for her because we love Disney. And the weekend that we put the bid in for her over Thanksgiving a couple years ago, we found out we were expecting Valerie, which is, like I said, our little girl right here in these pictures. Aside from family, when I have time, I love to watch soccer. I actually played from the age of 4 till I graduated high school. My interests now include just watching and cheering on Liverpool FC, which is based out of England. The rest of my life, after family, teaching, and trying to watch soccer, is swimming. I've swam since the age of 7, all the way up through my senior year of college, where I was co-captain of our men's swim team at Lebanon Valley. I became my club team's assistant coach, where I grew up, right after I graduated high school, and then I took over as head coach the next year with a friend of mine. We co-head coached, and then I took over solely by myself for about 4 years. I took the team from about 40 to 50 kids to over 100. So I really love swimming. After that, I also have been coaching for our local swim team after my wife and I got married. We moved down to her area and we've been there for about 7 years now. In total, I've actually been coaching and or swimming for about 23 years. So swimming is definitely something that I have a passion for. It came down to choosing between it and soccer to go to college, and I chose swimming. My high school experience in soccer wasn't very enjoyable for various different reasons. By the way, this swimmer up here in the picture is not me. That is Michael Phelps. I wish I was as good as he was, but I'm not. All these pictures, aside from my family and I, are straight from the Google Photos or the Bing Photos that come with the PowerPoint. Aside from swimming and soccer, I'm a huge Boston Red Sox fan, 2018 World Champs, and I'm a Caps fan as well, 2018 World Champs. So sports are a very big part of my life when I actually am able to watch television, which isn't all too often. For this class, to wrap things up here real quick, throughout my 4 years of college at Lebanon Valley, I took about 4 or 5 different psychology classes. And it's always been interesting to me. It's always helped me understand why I think a certain way or why my students think a certain way. And it's really helped me talk to my students and get to know them and help them, through some difficult situations. I've often contemplated becoming a school counselor, but I haven't come to that bridge yet, and I'm not sure if I want to yet, just yet. For this class, I'm most looking forward to learning strategies and techniques that will help me motivate my students to learn, also engaging them in their learning. Over the years of subbing and teaching full-time, motivation towards and the desire to learn seems to be slipping away, and I want to learn ways to counteract that and motivate my students. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to listen to my presentation, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye-bye.